Be me. 23, social work major, think I know everything about power dynamics? Meet my girls at this little cafe downtown. Iced lattes lined up, half of us pretending to work on laptops. Conversation always drifts to the same topic. Guys refusing to settle down. One friend sighs, he's still not committing. Another rolls her eyes. He's probably juggling 3 girls, classic. We all nod, laugh, pile on with stories. Funny part? Deep down, we know it's always the same type of guy. Tall, gym build, smooth texts, borderline toxic, but none of us ever admit that part. I sip my drink, toss in my usual hot take. If men want stability so bad, why are they always chasing variety? Feels good to say it out loud. They hype me up instantly. Exactly. The table buzzes with validation, like I just won the debate. I lean back, smug, letting it soak in. Feels like proof that men always have endless backup options, like it's an obvious truth, not even up for debate. None of us even pause to think maybe we're circling the same small pool of guys, too busy laughing, too busy being right. On the walk home, I think about him without meaning to. We met sophomore year at a campus volunteer fair. I was running the sign-up table. He was the quiet guy who stayed behind after everyone else left to stack chairs. Didn't have slick one-liners, didn't peacock like the frat boys. Just smiled awkwardly and asked if I wanted coffee sometime. What hooked me wasn't sparks or butterflies, it was how easy he was to lean on. While other guys disappeared for weeks, he texted back right away, remembered exam dates, offered rides when my car broke down, made sure I ate when I got lost in deadlines. I used to tell friends, he's not flashy, but he's dependable. They'd tease me. So basically, you've got yourself a safe bet. I'd laugh along, pretending it didn't sound a little true. Sometimes I catch myself thinking that's exactly why I stayed. Not because he was the guy every girl wanted, but because he was the one I knew wouldn't leave. Back home later that day, laptop still open on the couch, half-finished assignments ignored. He's in the background folding laundry, quiet. I flop down, still smug from earlier girl talk, decide to drop the line that's been echoing since brunch. Look at him. Say casually, if we broke up, you'd have 3 girls lined up by the weekend. Expect him to roll his eyes, maybe argue. Instead, he just pauses, keeps folding a shirt, doesn't even look at me, says softly, "If you say so." The silence after hits heavier than I thought it would. I laugh it off, smirk, try again. Don't even try to act different. All guys are the same. He just nods once, doesn't reply. Room feels colder all of a sudden. Later that night, we're on the couch. Me half scrolling TikTok, him still folding the last of the laundry like always. I'm still buzzing from brunch confidence, decide to poke the bear a little more. Say, seriously, you'd be fine in a week. Guys always have backup smirk while saying it, expecting him to protest or joke back. He doesn't bite, just sits there calm, almost too calm. Finally he says, "You think guys have it easy?" I laugh. "Well, yeah, don't they?" He pauses, looks at me straight for once, says, "Fine. Let's test it." That throws me off. Wasn't expecting him to actually challenge me. I roll my eyes, say, "What, like a science experiment?" He just shrugs, steady voice. "Why not? Let's see." There's something unsettling about how serious he sounds, like he already knows the ending. I tell myself he's bluffing, but a tiny voice in the back of my head whispers, maybe he isn't. So we grab our laptops, sit side by side at the table. Screen glow makes the whole room feel like a weird little lab. He opens the app, I do the same. Decide to make it fair. Similar photos, same bio, everything identical. Only toggle is gender. I'm low-key excited, kind of smug about it. Joke, honestly, your profile might outpace mine. Girls are way pickier. He doesn't even smile, just types out the line we agreed on. Dog lover, gym rat, foodie, 6 out of 10, banter rating. Copy-paste, side by side like twins. I choose his pictures too, because obviously I know what works. This one makes you look approachable, trust me. He just lets me, calm as ever, not a flicker of doubt in his face. I take a screenshot of both profiles, kind of proud of my setup, honestly convinced this will prove my point once and for all. Look at him and say, deal. Watch your ego get crushed when you realize women have it worse. He doesn't even look up, just says, flat? We'll see. First night, the profiles go live. Barely an hour in, my phone won't shut up, notifications stacked, likes, super likes, random guys opening with corny lines. Hey gorgeous, you deserve better. One dude already offering to send me dinner? I laugh, half flattered, half overwhelmed. Glance over at his phone, expecting some activity by now. Screen is just blank. One lonely notification, and it's not even a like, just the app reminding him to check out Boost for $29.99. I try to smooth it over, sip my drink, and say, it's just the algorithm warming up. Give it time. He doesn't argue, just stares at the screen like he's already seen this movie before. Something about his silence feels heavier than all the pings lighting up my nightstand. A couple more hours go by. My inbox is a flood, already juggling convos with guys I don't even remember liking. One offers to take me to the Italian place I love, another says he'll Uber Eats me dessert, just because. Meanwhile, his screen hasn't moved, same empty grey background, one half-hearted like that never messaged back. I smirk, trying to downplay it, say, okay, so maybe girls get attention faster at first. Doesn't mean guys don't. He finally looks up, calm as ever. This is what I meant. You're not seeing average men on here. I feel the heat creep up my neck, snap back too quick. Relax. It's only been a few hours. Pretend it's nothing, flip my phone face down, but the glow still leaks through the cracks, buzzing every minute. His phone just sits there, silent, like a brick. Harder to laugh at when the contrast is sitting right in front of me. Next morning at work, supposed to be focusing on client notes. Laptop open, cursor blinking on an empty document, but my brain keeps drifting back to last night. Keep replaying the image of his phone screen. Blank, almost mocking in how little was there. Contrast against mine, still glowing from all the pings I ignored overnight. Every time I open my inbox, I expect new work emails. Instead, I see the dating app icon, lighting up again and again. Coworker leans over, asks if I'm joining for lunch. I mumble something like, yeah, maybe later, pretend to type, really just scroll back to the app. 20 new likes since breakfast, 3 more guys messaging. Meanwhile, I remember him quietly plugging his phone in, no notifications at all. Try to shake it off, sip my cold coffee, but can't focus. Words on the screen blur into his line from last night. This is what I meant. You're not seeing average men on here. For the first time, it doesn't sound like an exaggeration. Day 3 rolls around. Back home after work, I check my phone again. My profile looks like a slot machine that never stops paying out. Notifications stacked in rows, 100 plus likes by now, new convos starting faster than I can reply, guys asking about weekend plans, gym routines, favorite wine, some already pitching dates. His side, dead quiet. Day 3 and he still hasn't moved past the same empty grey screen. The only activity is one match from yesterday. A single, sad little chat bubble with hey in it. I try to play it down, lean over his shoulder. Well, hey, at least it's a real person. That's something, right? Say it with a nervous laugh, hoping he'll smirk back. But he doesn't. He just taps open the chat, shows me the profile. First red flag, her only photo is blurry, like a stock image. Second, her bio just says, looking for fun. Third, the typing style in her message feels off, like auto-generated. We scroll together, and the account has no linked socials, no details. He says quietly, this isn't even real? I push back too fast. No, come on, it could be... But the second he refreshes, the same profile disappears like it never existed. Both of us stare at the empty screen. I swallow, force a smile, say, maybe she unmatched? Happens to everyone. He doesn't reply, just sets the phone face down, like he's already used to it. Meanwhile, my phone is buzzing non-stop beside us. I've got 3 guys fighting for attention in the span of 10 minutes. One sent me a paragraph about his favorite wine bar, says he wants to take me this weekend. Another dropped a literal Uber Eats code. Pick whatever dessert you want, on me. Third just bolded, when are you free? I'll make time. The difference is brutal when you look at them side by side. His, a ghost profile bot that evaporated. Mine, grown men lining up with gifts and plans. I try to fill the silence, wave my phone like it's funny. Okay, so maybe girls get more spammy attention at first. Doesn't mean it's better. My voice cracks a little at the end. Doesn't sound convincing even to me. He finally speaks, low and steady. That wasn't spam. That's the only match I've gotten in 3 days. Then he pauses, eyes on my screen lighting up again, adds, you're drowning in messages you'll never even answer. I'm lucky if a bot says hi. The room feels heavier instantly. I open my mouth to argue, but nothing comes out, so I reach for excuses, say, well, maybe we didn't pick your best photos. Or maybe you just need to give it more time, you know? He just shrugs, calm as ever, says, or maybe this is what normal looks like. I laugh, too sharp, like I can erase the tension, but his words hang there, sticking harder than my own defense. Phone buzzes again with another notification, a guy saying, Italian place Saturday? His screen stays dark, untouched, the last chat still showing that lonely, hey, that ghost of a bot, mocking both of us now. Glance at the tally sheet he's been keeping on the desk, our numbers side by side, mine overflowing, his nearly blank. The comparison looks absurd. I feel my stomach twist, but force a nervous laugh. Tell him, maybe we didn't pick your best photos. Could just be the app glitching, I blurt out. Maybe you should just try boosting your profile, see what happens. Immediately regret saying it, sounds like I'm suggesting he pay to exist. He finally looks up at me, expression unreadable, just says flatly, that's the point. Then goes back to folding laundry like the conversation's already over. That night, I can't sleep. Keep staring at my phone buzzing non-stop. Can't get his blank screen out of my head. Decide to call my cousin, the one who's basically a dating app legend in the family. Quick intro. He's 27, tall, lean, gym fit, full head of hair, always posting vacation shots in Bali, rooftop bars, new watches. Half the girls in our extended family secretly follow him on IG. At reunions, my aunts whisper about how he'll never have trouble finding someone. He's basically the poster child for online dating wins. He picks up right away, voice smug, as always. What's up, cuz? You finally making a profile? I laugh. No, just running this little experiment with my boyfriend. His side is totally dead. Like zero traction, expect him to laugh and back me up. Instead, he goes quiet a second, then says, yeah, that's normal. I frown. What do you mean normal? You're on apps 24/7 and you're swimming in girls. He chuckles. Yeah, but you know how long I've worked for that? Starts listing it off like a checklist. Gym 6 days a week, hired a photographer for profile pics, studied what bios worked, rewrote mine 10 times, even paid for premium boosts until I got traction, says, it's like a job. You don't just log in and get girls handed to you. I roll my eyes. Come on, you're exaggerating. You've always had girls lined up. Don't act like it's hard. He pauses, tone sharper now. You think I didn't grind for this? You think every guy looks like my profile? You're comparing your boyfriend to me. We're not starting from the same place. I laugh it off, defensive, say, well, maybe he just doesn't try as hard as you do. He sighs. Or maybe you're finally seeing what it's like for regular guys. My stomach knots, but I force a laugh anyway, say, yeah, whatever. He'll pick up traction soon. Change the subject, ask him about his latest trip, pretend I didn't hear the weight in his voice. Before hanging up, he says, send me his profile. I want to see it. I hesitate, then screenshot the side-by-side and text it over. A minute later, he whistles through the phone. Ah, makes sense now. My stomach drops. What's that supposed to mean? What's wrong with it? He chuckles. Nothing's wrong. He looks fine. That's the problem. He's too normal. I frown. Too normal? He looks good. He's cute. Real. Girls should see that. He cuts me off. 'Cause you're in love with him. That makes you see it different. On apps? Nobody swipes for fine or real. They swipe for extremes. Abs, cars, trips, model faces. Your guy looks like an actual human being. Out here that's invisible, I snap back. No way. Girls like genuine. They want a good guy, not just a six-pack. He sighs. Then why don't you swipe on those good guys when you're single? Be honest. I freeze. Try to remember the last time I did. My brain flashes through old swipes, the guys I passed on instantly for being too plain. I shove the thought away, insist, that's different. That's not the same thing. He doesn't argue this time, just lets the silence stretch, finally says, look, I'm not knocking him. He's a good dude, but good dudes vanish on these apps. You wouldn't swipe, neither would your friends. My throat tightens, so I laugh too loud, brush it off. You're overthinking it. It's just an app. He'll pick up traction. But even as I say it, I feel that same knot in my stomach tighten again. By the weekend, I can't hold it in anymore. The numbers are too lopsided, the silence too loud. Decide I need backup, need someone else to tell me I'm not crazy. Take a screenshot of both profiles side by side, mine glowing, inbox stacked, his barren zero activity, except the ghost bot from before. Send it straight into the girls' group chat with a caption, "Tell me this isn't insane?" I'm expecting shock, outrage, solidarity, like, "Wow girl, that's actually messed up." Instead, the first reply is a laughing emoji, face with tears of joy. Another comes in, "Lol, his app must be bugged." Third one piles on, or maybe he's just not, marketable. I freeze, staring at the screen. My thumb hovers over the delete button, but I can't bring myself to erase it. Their words sting sharper than I want to admit, because even I don't fully believe the bug excuse anymore. I type back fast, trying to save face. No, seriously, both profiles are identical. Same pics, same bio. Only difference is gender. Look, send another screenshot just to hammer it home. One of them replies instantly, "Yeah, but come on. No guy has 0 options. You must have set it up wrong." I force a laugh in the chat, toss a lamau maybe, but inside my stomach flips because I know what I saw. I was right there when his only match turned out to be a bot. And yet, even my closest friends won't admit it. They'd rather joke it away than face the numbers staring back at us. Across the room, he glances at me, sees me typing, voice low, almost too quiet. This is why men stop talking about it. I freeze with the phone still in my hand, their emojis glowing on screen. For once I don't know how to reply. Not to him, not to them. That night, I can't shake it. Instead of sleeping, I start scrolling the male side of the app, want to see for myself what he's up against. First profile, ripped guy flexing in a gym mirror, abs carved like a statue. Next one, some dude in Dubai. Sunset behind him, caption, "Work hard, play harder." Scroll again, guy leaning on a sports car, designer clothes, slick smile. Even the normal ones have pro-quality photos, sharp angles, jawlines, cut by shadow. I glance back at his profile in another tab. Just a goofy grin with our dog, a sweaty gym pic, one selfie at his desk. I used to think those were cute, real. Now they look outclassed, like he's not even playing the same game as these other men. I whisper to myself, but he looks fine. He looks good. Then scroll back to the luxury car guy, the travel photos, the model tier faces. The comparison is brutal. He looks real, they look unreal, and somehow unreal is what the app rewards. My stomach knots tighter the longer I scroll. I click an article tab I had open. How to take better dating profile pics. Stare at it for a second, then close it without reading, like admitting he'd need it is admitting he really is invisible here. By the end of the week, there's no denying it anymore. My profile, 300 plus likes, inbox overflowing with convos I can't even keep track of. His, 1 or 2 pity matches, both dead-ended after, "Hey." He's been quietly keeping score the whole time on a scrap of paper. I didn't realize until he sets it down on the table, 2 columns, side by side, my likes stacked to the edge, his barely filling a row. The numbers look absurd written out like that, like a cruel joke someone would post online, except it's real life. I try to laugh it off, voice cracking, "You're really keeping score." But my laugh dies halfway through because the paper speaks louder than I can, and the silence between us is heavier than any argument. My phone buzzes again, mid-silence. Another new like. He doesn't even glance at it, just says, almost gently, "This is what I've been trying to tell you." Force a laugh. Say, "Well, maybe you're just not good at apps. Real life's different." My phone buzzes mid-sentence. Another new, like lighting up the screen. I swipe it away fast, pretending it's nothing. He doesn't even look at me, just says quietly, "If I weren't with you, I'd be invisible." I want to say, that's not true, but the words never make it out, because deep down, I know they kinda are.